Hey Civ fans, Luciv Kaiser here with another Civilization 6 District Deep Dive video. Today is going to be a double feature talking about the harbor and the commercial hub, because I think a lot of people think these two districts are very interchangeable, as they both give you gold yields and they give you trade routes, but in reality they're actually a little fairly different. So we're going to get into these differences in the video, so let's jump right into it. Looking first at the adjacency bonuses for the harbor and commercial hub, starting with the harbor. The harbor has a major bonus for being adjacent to a city center, a standard bonus for being adjacent to a sea resource, and a minor bonus for being adjacent to a district. For the commercial hub, it gets a major bonus for being adjacent to a river, being adjacent to a harbor district, and being adjacent to a Pamukkale tile, which is a natural wonder. Has no standard bonuses and gets a minor bonus for being adjacent to a district. So let me just show you how to achieve the maximum adjacency bonus for these two districts. So on the left we have a harbor with 4 sea resources beside it, so that giving it 4 there, and then a government plaza right beside it, giving another 1, so we're up to 5 there, and then this major adjacency from the city centers, that's +2, so you're getting up to +7 gold there from that harbor. On the right here we have a maxed out commercial hub with some of those Pamukkale tiles on the top right, a mountain tile with Machu Picchu somewhere in your empire, and then the harbor and city center, the government plaza, giving you a total of +10 gold. But really this isn't realistic, this is like best case scenario, so I'm just going to talk about some more realistic yields. So on the left here we have a very standard harbor for me in my case. So we have a harbor with just 2 sea resources beside it, and then a city next to a city center, and maybe 1 district on the side there. So around 4.5 gold. I'd really like that. I'd be pretty happy with that kind of harbor. And on the right we have a more realistic commercial hub, which is just next to a river and next to a harbor, which is, you know, pretty easy to do, and then having maybe 1 more district on the side, so around 4.5, so I'd be pretty happy with that district as well. Now onto the base effects of these two districts, starting with the harbor. So the harbor will give you +1 Great Admiral point per turn. Specialists will add 2 gold and 1 food each. And the harbor allows you to construct ships if the city is in land, so it allows you to field the navy if your cities are more in land. And it also removes the movement penalty for embarking and disembarking for that tile. The commercial hub, on the other hand, gives you +1 Great Merchant point per turn, and specialists add 4 gold each. Now onto the tier 1 buildings, starting with the lighthouse for the harbor. The lighthouse will give you +1 Great Admiral point per turn, +1 citizen slot for your specialists, +1 food and +1 gold, and +1 food for coast and lake tiles of the city. Then +1 housing, and then +2 additional housing if the city is on coast. And then +25% combat experience for naval units trained in the city, and +1 trade route capacity if the city doesn't already have a market. Speaking of markets, let's talk about the market for the commercial hub. So the market will give you +1 Great Merchant point per turn, +1 citizen slot, +3 gold, and then +1 trade route if the city doesn't have a lighthouse. Onto the tier 2 buildings, starting with the shipyard for the harbor. It gives you +1 Great Admiral point per turn, +1 citizen slot, +25% combat experience for naval units trained in the city, and bonus production equal to the adjacency bonus of the city, and +1 production to all unimproved coast lake tiles for the city. So the shipyard is all about boosting production. The bank, on the other hand, for the commercial hub, gives you +1 Great Merchant points per turn, and +1 citizen slot, and +5 gold. Now onto the tier 3 buildings, starting with the seaport for the harbor. Seaport will give you +1 Great Admiral point per turn, +1 citizen slot, plus 25% combat experience for naval units trained in the city, faster fleet and armada trading, +2 food and +2 gold, +2 gold to all coast and lake tiles for the city, +1 housing, +1 food per specialist in the district, and if you have the products and corporations game mode, it can also store 3 products. For the commercial hub, we have the stock exchange, which gives you +1 great merchant point per turn, +1 citizen slot, +4 gold, +7 gold when powered at a cost of 3 power, and +2 gold per specialist in the district. And it can also store 3 products. So in summary, the harbor is sort of a mixed bag. It gives you a lot of different things. It gives you naval units and also great admirals, which will help you buff up those naval units. It'll give you gold, food, production, housing. So really a mix of everything. Whereas commercial hub, gives you great merchants, which is good for getting those corporations and products and industries. And primary focus of the commercial hub is really giving lots of gold. So when considering whether to build one or the other, consider what you want for your empire. Do you kind of want like a bit of production, maybe some more housing and stuff? Then maybe go for the harbor. But if you really hurt for gold, or you just want to have a lavish lifestyle with tons of gold, then go for commercial hub. And actually, there's nothing wrong with going for both of them in the same city, because as I sort of talked about, there is some synergy between the 2 districts. So don't be afraid of putting down both of them. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you around. Bye.